I'm back again. Today I'll tell you to always be a student. It's a simple caution, it's a friendly advice. But if you take it seriously, if you take the import of it seriously, you'd realize that it's really of tremendous benefit to you. Always be a student. We should be able to endeavor to always want to learn and relearn. We should always endeavor not to get complacent. Socrates said he knows nothing. That quote is very important. However, that is not to say that Socrates is actually dumb and knows nothing. That is to say that he actually knows a lot, but knows that learning is a never-ending process. The more you learn, the more you realize that there's actually more you have to learn. And that is the beauty of learning. We're never going to get satisfied because there's a lot of benefit that it brings to you and you want to achieve more benefit. One other thing about learning is the more you learn, you don't really know that you've actually learned anything. It is only when a situation comes that what you learned is demanded that you realize that I've actually learned a lot. There are people who do not know much, but then they feel too pompous, too big to want to learn. And that is not going to help. Because learning a lot is actually going to help you in navigating your way through this life. You need a lot of knowledge to be able to navigate through this life successfully. You have peers that might be the same age as you, that are knowledgeable as you. If you don't know something, you should be able to open up yourself to learn from them. You should be open-minded. Do not think that what you know is the final thing. You might be wrong. What you know might not be the real thing. So you should be open-minded to listen to people, and when you realize that what you think you know is probably wrong, you learn from them and pick the right things. You probably have a problem of consulting people, of asking people to teach you. There are different ways to learn. You don't have to actually just go for someone for you to be able to learn. There are videos, there are books that you could read and learn from. If you look up to someone and you don't get access to the person, a lot of people now have videos that you could get on YouTube in a lot of places. You could learn from those people without necessarily being in close proximity with them. You should endeavor to actually learn because it helps us. Let's always be a student. Let's always be willing to learn. No matter how you learn, you must never get complacent because you actually don't know it all. And learning is a beautiful thing. Let's develop the habit of learning. Let's humble ourselves. Please let's know, one can never stop learning. Because learning is an everyday thing. You get to learn new things every day. When you're reading a book, like I do, I make sure I set every vocabulary I come across. I make sure I get an in-depth understanding of everything I read. But the next book I pick up, I see new words I've not seen in the first book. I set them up. The next book I pick up again, that same thing repeats itself. What it means is that there are actually a lot of ways to learn, and you can't get them all in one book. So, you don't have to stop yourself when it comes to learning. Read books, watch movies. And when I mean that read books and watch movies, do not just read books pertaining to your field of expertise. Read widely. Because you don't need what is your area of expertise to be able to thrive. You need a lot of things to be able to thrive. Watch movies. It doesn't mean that you are a Christian, a very spiritual person, and as such you wouldn't want to watch the movies that are coming nowadays. You need knowledge to be able to thrive in every sphere of your life. Imagine you think that everything you need is spiritual and you don't watch movies that are not spiritual. I don't mean that you should go and watch very profane movies and very bad movies. I mean that you should watch movies about things that are happening in the world. Imagine you don't watch them. How would you be able to advise someone who belongs to the world and actually needs to find his footing? You read and you watch different things to gain experience, to equip you to be able to handle issues very well. Always be a student. One must never stop learning. One can never stop learning. And one must never get complacent. Thank you.